Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. My name is John and today we're going to be watching a short scene from the movie Up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is John, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below to make sure that you get notified when the scenes and these reaction videos come out. Today we're going to be watching just a short scene from the movie Up, and we're going to see what type of estate planning lesson that we can learn from this scene. As you probably know, this is a Pixar movie, and it was a really great movie. And there is a scene towards the beginning of the movie. You may already know what this is about. But it happens to be the scene where Ellie dies, and so that is a dramatic part in anybody's life. But there is an estate planning lesson to learn here. So why don't we go ahead and get into it? Again, it's just going to be a short film today. And if you, again, like to receive more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, and we will make sure that you get notified whenever we send these out. All right, let's get started. All right, so they are saving up to take a trip to Paradise Falls, but as life happens, things just get in the way of that plan, and it seems like they are never able to make it to Paradise Falls. But they have a really great relationship, and she helps take care of him, make sure he looks great, and like most situations, life goes on. Time stops for no man, so their relationship appears to just grow and grow and grow. But they are nearing the sunset of their life, and he gets to a point to where he realizes that he never made it to Paradise Falls. And because he wants to make his wife, Ellie, happy, he plans a trip to Peru. And then we get to a scene where she is in the hospital bed, or appears to be the hospital bed. I'm not sure if it's their home or the hospital bed. I think it's the hospital bed, though. This is a very sad moment, and it can be sad for families to go through this situation. And unfortunately, he loses Ellie. Very tough moment. Alright guys, so we just finished watching a very difficult scene in Pixar's movie Up, and this is the catalyst what drives Carl to want to eventually move to Paradise Falls. This is a tough moment in anyone's life, and the estate planning lesson that you can learn here is that not only do sometimes people lose spouses, but often that person is a mother, a sister, maybe even a grandparent to someone else. And so it could be really hard on the family structure when they lose someone like that. Now, from an estate planning perspective, the important lesson to learn here is that you shouldn't leave items up to chance. Here in Georgia, one of the most common mistakes that people make, especially married couples make, is just assuming that whatever they have will go to their spouse if something were to happen to them. And that's just not the way that it works here in Georgia. You can do things in Georgia where it makes it easier on the spouse once you pass away. You can have things like joint bank accounts. But oftentimes I find that couples have things that aren't necessarily joint, like maybe an IRA or a 401k, and those often fall outside of the probate process. But sometimes they have real estate that they just assume is being held jointly. And because it's being held jointly, it'll just pass over to the spouse, surviving spouse. But that's not necessarily the way it goes here in Georgia. It has to be titled correctly. So just because the other person's name is on the property doesn't mean it'll just automatically go to the other person. You're really looking for three magic words when it comes to that type of property, and it's called with rights to survivorship. Checking accounts and savings accounts, those come automatically with the rights to survivorship. So it just goes to the other person on the joint checking account. But real estate doesn't work that way. If it has rights to survivorship, then it is relatively easy to move it from one spouse to the surviving spouse. But if it doesn't, well, then it's going to depend on whether that person has a will or not, and whether they have children or not. So it could be dependent upon several factors. And I can't tell you how many times here in Georgia we've ended up having to split a family home in between the surviving spouse and the children that they had because it wasn't titled correctly and they didn't have a will. If you have a will, you can just say where it goes. So that's why it's important to just not leave things up to chance. Make sure that you do some planning, get a last will and testament, and then you can dictate where the real estate goes and where the accounts go and things like that. So again, the lesson to learn from this scene is that upon the passing of a family member, it may be time to update your estate planning documents, but that's not the real lesson to learn from here. The real lesson to learn is that just don't leave your estate planning up to chance, meaning you don't have a plan in place at all. Go out, get a will, and you can dictate how your assets pass to the next generation. All right, so that's all we have to offer for this short scene from Pixar's movie Up. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, we will have future videos out with other estate planning lessons to learn from. If you want to receive those, make sure you hit the subscribe button and you will get notified whenever we put out new videos. So again, hope things are going well. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.